All right, hello all. For some reason, my chat feature is not showing up, so I'm going to open up on my own channel and see what is going on over there. And I'll keep the video silent, that way I won't get any feedback off of the video. Anyway, I hope everybody's doing well. Okay. So next week, I think I'm actually going to do the session on, do Oracle Talks on Instagram. I've been feeling a pull to go there, so we'll see. We shall see. All right, I'm gonna minimize this over here, that way I can see the chat. So I'll be able to see you guys, but for some reason on Lightstream, the actual chat box is not working, so I won't be able to type anything, but I'll be able to see and be able to comment. So there we go. Anyway, happy Thursday. I am drinking sencha green tea, excuse me. Mixing sencha with matcha because I've been doing a lot of matcha as well too. So feel free to put in the comments what you are drinking, also where you are watching in from. As you come in, please say hello, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are coming in from. And also, please like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Help me get to 1,000 subscribers. I'm 50 away. Greetings. Yes, I can see you, Sharice. Thank you. Tamil. You're just now waking up. Hey, Serene. Hope you're doing well as well, too. Yeah, sunny today. I'm excited. I think it's actually supposed to rain again tomorrow. So, oh, you're walking outside. Okay, yeah. I just went for a quick walk to get some more water. But I actually should have done a longer walk because I think it's going to be cloudy tomorrow. Let's jump into it because I want to do a check-in and give specific guidance for protection for this coming week, because we are coming into the new moon. It's actually happening next Wednesday, so it'll be the last day of our week ahead. So that means that we are coming into the dark days of the moon, which are always kind of tricky times for us energetically and spiritually, especially for light workers who are doing work, whether on themselves, on behalf of others, family, friends, clients, or on behalf of the collective. So just be mindful of that. Definitely stay on top of your protection at this time. I just washed my hair, so it's like extra poofy and hydrated right now. I love it. But yeah, stay up on top of your protection protocols. Definitely, if you have a candle, light it. Or put up a crystal grid for additional protection. What else? I think that's it for now. I highly recommend following the Earth Lodge Center on Facebook. They have a business page. The person who runs that and the Earth Lodge itself down in Long Beach, her name is, I believe that's the pronoun, because I think she's queer, but I think she goes by she. Her name is Queen Hollins. Okay. She's been doing a series of videos lately, but the other day, actually, I believe it was yesterday or the day before, she posted a video about the children, and of course the children that are stuck at home with their abusers of all sorts. And so she was asking for us to put a prayer out for them. as well as for the predators for their healing, right? Because it's a both and thing, right? It's not just making the other person evil. There is this healing that's needed all around. So she put a call out, which I did amplify on my own personal page on Facebook, but I didn't do it on my Inner Synchronicity page, I don't think. But she put a call out for us to make offerings to the earth at noon, your local time. So for those of you who are on the East Coast or other coasts outside of the Pacific or just east of me, period, do that after this if you are able to and willing to do so. Light a candle for sure. Or like I said, put up some type of protection protocol, definitely, and include, if you do a candle or some kind of grid, feel free to include the children and protection of them and the healing of the predators and the abusers as well. But also make an offering to the earth with those same intentions to call upon the power of the earth and the earth guardians for their support. So, you can give tobacco. I like to put out oranges, so I peel it up and spread the pieces all around the base of the tree, so it's available for easy access, right? For the insects and animals and all of that, the birds. Whatever speaks to you, give something. And if you literally have nothing, then give a little spit, some of your body's water back to the earth. Okay, but give something if you can. Again, for those of you who are on the West Coast at noon, or if you're watching this at another coast after this Oracle talks, please and thank you. All right, so let's look at the astrology for the week ahead real quick, because I do want to jump right in. Okay, so just as a reminder, yesterday we did have the Sun square Jupiter. Tomorrow on Friday we have Mercury sextiling Venus. I forgot what sign Mercury is in right now. Mercury is in Taurus, I believe. No, it's in Aries, excuse me. It's moving into. So it's sextiling Venus. Saturday is going to be sextiling Mars, and Mars is in Aquarius. All right. So this should be, or this can be, a good time to do a lot of more left brain activities. Okay, because these sextiles to these air elements can be very helpful for that. Can give you a lot of motivation to accomplish things that you need to accomplish. So I feel that should be supportive. Sunday is when the sun moves into Taurus. So that is yummy and lovely, and I'm excited for it. And then on Tuesday, we have Sun square Saturn. Okay, because Saturn is now at like 1 degree of Aquarius, so the sun will be at 1 degree Taurus, so that will be that square. So you can take a look at that. With the squares, though, I don't normally think of them as quote unquote negative. Squares need to be looked at in the context of where they are in the cycle, based off of where the conjunction or the beginning of the cycle was, right? So the conjunction happened at the beginning of the year. So this is the first quarter square of the sun. So first quarter square of Jupiter with the sun on Wednesday, this past Wednesday, yesterday. And this upcoming Sun and Saturn is going to be the first quarter square of that. So this is the beginning of that push and growth out of what was seeded back in January. So I'll be posting about that next week, but keep that in mind. That this is a growth period. It's a stretch period. Okay. So be mindful of that. And then on Wednesday is the new moon in Taurus. And that new moon in Taurus is happening at approximately 3 degrees of Taurus. So see where that is in your natal chart. That's the new lunar cycle. So that's a 30-day period where you can focus on accomplishing a particular goal as it relates to that house, or just see where there's opportunity for healing and growth personally. Okay. Made milk offerings to the earth for the children and their abusers. Oh, that's awesome. Milk has been coming from the school bus daily, so I felt it was a beautiful connection. Yes, I love that. And milk is definitely healing, which is why I also suggest not cow's milk, but goat's milk um, for baths or foot soaks. All right, so let's get a card from Threads of Fate, and then we're gonna jump right in because, like, yeah, I wanna get into this. Good morning to those of you who are joining in. Welcome to Oracle Talks. My name is Jynnette the Oracle. Most of the time, I do this every Thursday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, providing channel guidance for the week ahead. So we look a little bit at the astrology and then just see what is showing up in terms of guidance. I never quite know what's going to happen. I have plans, but Spirit, is like, that's cute. If you would like to book a session with me, you can go to my website, andersonalchemy.com. Oh, as a quick announcement, the enrollment for my divination through tarot course is going to be opening up next week. So if you want to join in, that will be occurring for 8 weeks every Saturday at noon Pacific Standard Time starting May 2nd. So basically, in 2 weekends it'll be starting. So I'll be going through, this is one of the classes that I lost in my recordings last year that I did. So I'm going to redo it, and it's going to be live again. So it's not going to be recorded. So if you would like to join me for that, definitely be on the lookout for that information in the newsletter. And then of course, later on, I will add the info to the website as well. Okay. That card was on the top of that. So be on the lookout for that. That's a really good class. That was actually a pretty popular class last year. So I expect people to want to take that one again. So it's 8 hours with me. It's actually more hours because it's 8 weeks. Each class is live, and the last 4 weeks, so the second half when I'm going over the spreads, it will include 30 minutes of open Q&A after the teaching portion. So it's good. Now, I will offer this again in the fall, but it will not be live with me. It's going to be the recordings. God willing, there won't be any more mishaps with the video conferencing stuff. But yeah, if you want to take this live, you know what's up. I don't do live stuff often, as you know. So for Lightworker students who are current, as well as all alumni, i.e. those who have completed the full course, you guys will get 20% off. And then for anybody who has previously taken the course and you, for whatever reason, are wanting to take it again, you can do so at a 50% discount since you're retaking it. So just an FYI. And the course is $125, so it's hella cheap. It's basically $15 a week, which is a steal. And of course, I'll be recording them, and you'll have access to watch the videos and the recordings through the end of June. And then later on in May, I will be opening up enrollment for the summer semester of the Lightworker Incubator. Oh. Connect to heart and then release on the bottom with this frog here. All right, Connect to Heart has these dogs, so I'm really curious to see. I wonder if these are like rock rollers or something. And I'm assuming this is water. Yep. Okay. So here's the card. So this card asks you to connect to the heart space. This is a place of bravery, integration, vulnerability, and compassion. This may mean pushing past any fear you may have and opening up to true connection. This may mean finding forgiveness or empathy. This may mean softening. Most of us have layers of defense mechanisms around our heart, and that prevents us from being present, from receiving love, from giving love. This card asks you to examine what armor you can let go of and where you can nurture yourself in this space. So the animal is dog, as you see, right? We can call upon dog as a teacher of vulnerability and unconditional love. When dogs are bonding to their human, it is typically a rather quick process. Even those that have significant trauma can sense when they are safe and will open up to their owners. Small acts like rolling on their back to expose their belly is a major act of trust, as they are exposing their most vulnerable parts to you. In general, dogs move through life constantly looking for love and connection. They are an ally to call upon when you have had painful experiences that have closed you off to life and other people. Dog will teach you how to open up and allow love in when you have fear. Ooh, that's a message for somebody, especially folks dealing with trauma, yeah? The plant is hawthorn. Hawthorn has incredibly potent medicine for the heart. It is used to support chest pain, irregular heartbeat, congestive heart failure, blood pressure, hardening of arteries, and cholesterol. It supports us in the same way energetically. For times when our heart has hardened or we have become cynical, hawthorn supports us as we soften and open up to life and love after heartbreak. It is also supportive for us if we need a gentle opening to feelings we have locked away and repressed. Listen, all the trauma stuff getting triggered right now. And then the crystal is rose quartz. Rose quartz is the ultimate heartstone. It supports us in love for ourselves, love for others, for life, family, friends, our work, our community, our environment, etc. If we have felt cold and shut down, rose quartz can activate our heart and awaken it to all that there is to love in our life. If we have anger and resentment, rose quartz can gently wash it away. Call on rose quartz if you need a guide as you do any heart work. That's unexpected. Let me see real quick this release card. I don't know if this is water or... Oh, this is earth element. Oh yeah, we have had this card before. So I'll read the main message. Releasing is a lot easier said than done. In fact, we can spend a whole lifetime trying, to break free from our limiting beliefs or painful experiences. Sometimes we have an idea of where we want to go, so we compartmentalize and repress the things we believe are holding us back. But we still want to honor ourselves and our experiences. We just want to give ourselves new options of behavior so we are not stuck with the same old pattern. The animal is frog. The frog is a potent ally of releasing and repurposing. Sometimes we approach our shadow qualities as things to eliminate, but the frog teaches us that we can use that which no longer serves us as fuel for the new. Every week, the frog not only sheds its skin, it eats it. Nothing goes to waste. All things within us have a purpose as long as we can expand our minds to see it. How can you transmute what no longer serves you? How can you release but do it purposefully? How can you serve in a new way? The plant is comfrey. Comfrey is an herb that has a long history of being an impressive wound healer, even to the point of being able to aid in resetting broken bones. Comfrey teaches us that in order to release, we must tend to the inflammation. We must process our feelings and show up for our rage and grief. Only after we've worked through our feelings can we begin to let go. So you can call on this as an ally to help in the processing work that you do for release and integration. Epidote is a crystal. It's an amplifier, but we don't always get to choose what it amplifies. Even if it amplifies what we don't want, it's pushing us towards confronting the issue. Sometimes what we don't want needs to be big enough for us to actually see it and take action. Part of the crystal's magic is being helpful in finding the root of something. So not only does it amplify, but it also is a guide in getting to the core issue. So it's helpful at every stage of the process. So call upon Epidote when you need support in meeting the practical and psychological side of releasing. And look at boundaries underneath that. And boundaries came up in the air sign video for April. So if you have not watched or purchased the the tarot forecast for April, definitely do so. I do readings for all 12 signs. I just group them by the elements. Okay, so don't think that I'm just doing general reading. I did do colors as well, so that's why I'm not doing as much color right now. Speaking of color, I will be sure in the once this video is uploaded, I will be sure to include the links for the 2 color medications. Basically, the 2 color meditations that I have up on Instagram. So the first is with the Azure and Peach, which is focused on the lungs and grief. And then the second is the Plum and Watermelon, which is focused on the kidneys and fear and anxiety. Okay. All right, I want to jump in because I'm chomping at the bit. So I want to see what needs to come through, but this connection to the heart, loving in spite of, cosmic love, unconditional love, love that holds boundaries, love that releases, love that defends, love that is active, love in action. I'm just going to do a quick check in to see what is up before we get in. Yeah, I mean, like literally love thing, part of the check-in is 2 of Cups. So we need to connect to, for today, cosmic love. Because there's messages and strategies coming in for that. So I'm going to channel those messages through the universe card for today. Let's see what spread I have to do, because I'm also not trying to be here for 2 hours. All right, first card is 4 of Pentacles. This 4 of Pentacles stays coming up. I know we get that last week. Like, we have to hold those boundaries, y'all, and stay in our power, stay focused on what is for us to do. Now, this is strictly going to be a spirit message. There may be a little bit more like practical human stuff coming through, but it's definitely an esoteric one. But the fact that this is showing up again, like, maintain your personal boundaries as well as your personal spiritual protocols, and stay contained in the 3D, 4D. There's no need, unless you get a specific call, to really be up and out or in other dimensions right now. Second card is the Star. Yeah, this Taurus season is about to be real healing. There's a lot of healing that is happening right now also in general for our physical bodies. It's an integration for these new timelines. All right, I won't take those because that's just all over the place. I did see Queen of Cups and also Two of Cups again. Okay, we got the Fool. Yeah, listen. You've really got to stay focused on what's being birthed out of you, and also very specifically the vision that you hold for the future or for just in general what's possible. That's the seed that you are helping to grow and helping to sprout right now, and having to be very cognizant of the care and the protection. Okay, because you just have a sprout right now, you just have a shoot. So you need to care for it at that level, not caring for it as if it's already like, an oak tree or something. So it's a little bit of water, a little bit of sun, like you tend to it, but you also don't overexpose it or inundate it. Keep it in a sacred space, because the seeds for the new are there, and you really you have to give it the attention that it needs, the new stuff. As I've been talking about, putting the focus on the 70% new. Protect the new. The star Aquarius. Protect the new age. It's being birthed through you. It's not being given by somebody else. And the thing is, these seeds might not even really truly be quote unquote new. They might just be things that you are circling back around to. Because maybe either you've forgotten or maybe the timing wasn't right. And since this is a spiritual read, this just means that the seeds, the assignments, the protocols have always been there, but they've been there in waiting until the collective has shifted enough where it's possible to actually bring those things into reality. So if you had a session with me, like a full spectrum or some kind of astrology reading with me, I've talked about this in terms of where you are in your current cycle and how to pay attention to how the nodes are working in your life. So that, when you're in that phase of your cycle where it's more, the attention is more on the personal houses, your job is to be cultivating essentially your inner garden, right? And then and you're doing that while the external world, while the collective is being readjusted so that when the cycle shifts for you into more of an external out picturing, the external world is actually ready. The soil is actually ready for what it is that you're going to be inserting. And that's kind of what this is right now. The soil is now ready. You already made the plants, or you are already seeded. And if you haven't, you need to be seeding and giving yourself time to play and say, what if? Again, this does not mean that things need to be up and running like instantly. Since we're in Saturn just dipping into Aquarius, this is just a taste, just a precursor. We'll really start to be able to walk it out and flesh it out when Saturn does go through its true cycle into Aquarius in December. All right, next we have Queen of Swords. Boundaries, 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 protection. Work with the feminine archangels. Please don't forget about that. In general, work with the feminine divine beings, period. You can still work with the masculine, but lead or at least have equal time with the feminine. But you've got to remain on guard for yourself and for your soul. First and foremost, worry about yourself first and foremost, and then work on behalf of others as you are given assignments. Six of Wands. So the battle has been won. Maintain it, though. Maintain the victory. Do not lose the ground that has been hard won. Princess of Swords. Yeah, again, this integration happening at the body level, and it's an integration of the feminine aspects. There was a download that I got, I think maybe like 2 or 3 days ago about how we are and women, I was thinking of this specifically, biological women, how we are the grandmothers of our grandmothers, because we are basically our ancestors. Like, we have this personality, this construct, this mask right now, but our soul is not our individual soul. Like, we're just we're fractals out of a bigger, larger soul. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole, but biologically, you were already present in your grandmother's womb, because your mother, as a baby in the uterus, already had all the eggs that she was going to have. So you were already present. Or the not the spirit of you, but the material that you would be using already has that imprint. So we have great grandmother, great great grandmother. The wise women of those women, the elder women of those women. I mean, we're basically the same woman. Not the same woman. We are a consciousness and experience of womanhood that is evolving through the maternal lineage and getting to have more healed and whole experiences. So you necessarily have to be more free and more loving and more joyous and more fully embracing. Okay, 10 of Cups. I don't want to be here forever. Yeah, this is like straight over soul stuff right now. All right, Priestess. There's a lot of protection that's available in the spirit, but it's from the feminine aspect, meaning the cosmic love, the mother source, the what you call it, the plasma magnetic side of things. Seven of Pentacles. Actually, that wasn't the card. 1 second. Oh, any questions or comments so far? While I check in with this. Oh, if you have not read the Venus and Gemini message in the newsletter, please read that. It came out on Monday. If for some reason you are not signed up for the newsletter, you need to be signed up for it. But I also put it up on the blog page on my website. Definitely take a look at that because there were some very important downloads that came through. I did 3 different interpretations, one at the personal development level, one at the community and government level, especially given what's going on with COVID-19, and then one for the spiritual, the galactic level. Oh, we got the Ace of Swords. Hanged Man. Knight of Cups. And then back to that Two of Cups. Hold your defenses, guys. Okay, yeah, so this feminine aspect that we are integrating at a physical body level, and this, so when I'm referring to physical aspect, I mean like either past life or ancestral energy, but it's something that is more so 3D, 4D related, nothing, again, nothing higher level, keeping it close to home, yeah? The reason why this is coming up is because that is going to be supporting the balance between the inner divine masculine and inner divine feminine along the genetic heritage. Which will help to connect to the basically the spirit power. the priestess energy that is available in our lineages. So this might really not be a message for everybody. If you feel it resonates, but if it doesn't, like, this isn't for you. This feels very... This is really more so coming, I feel, for folks who have in their lineages connections with medicine women, high priestess, like women who served roles of spiritual power. Regardless of how you're identifying today, you know, man or woman, doesn't matter actually. But if this is in your lineage and it's relatively close, meaning a couple hundred generations, and it's regardless of whether you know about it or not consciously, but that's what's here. This integration is happening at the body level, at the DNA level. Okay. Princess of Swords, Queen of Swords, High Priestess. There's a lot of power here, and it is straight up spirit power. So this is part of the soul lineage. So for those that this resonates for, again, whether you're aware of it or specifics in terms of person or not, it's irrelevant. And even if you like follow me or you consider yourself a light worker, this still might not necessarily be the thing, because this feels more, this isn't really like a general message. This feels more specific to folks who already get a sense of that. Other people are either just straight up not resonating, or you resonate more with the masculine side of things. You know, it's neither here nor there, but this is like this is feminine message. Whoever the high priestesses, medicine women, etc., in the lineage along the mother side, not the father side, mothers, because the power comes through the mother. I mean, we birth from the mother. It's not a knock towards the men. It's just literally we are made up of the stuff of the being that is carrying us. And we get a portion of that from the father, the genetic material. But everything else is literally made out of the woman. So again, regardless of what your gender identity is, this is going to be relevant. It's just depending on what's happening in the lineage for you. But this is, again, along the mother, not along father. Okay, is this resonating with anybody here that's watching? If this is you, you really, 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 really have to be doing this right now. And be unapologetic and fierce about it, Queen of Swords. Like, she's sitting there chilling with the head. Like, do not fuck with me. Now, I'm sure this is not necessarily like, personal thing, although you might be dealing with personal stuff. But At the very least in the spirit level, like keep, higher self and down, keep that on lock. You don't need to be up above right now because this integration needs to be priority. Okay, that resonates for you, Tamil. Oh. This is also connecting to... This is also connecting to earth power. And I'll just call these women the high priestesses, regardless of what their title was or their function. They were the ones who were tapped in. Yo. This is like straight up bad bitch energy. These are some powerhouses. These are some powerhouses. So the anchors in the various soul groups are coming online, y'all specifically. And again, this has probably already been happening, but it's front and center right now, or especially around this love aspect. Because ultimately that is what you are to embody. Words are your power. Okay. So when you speak a thing, it is so. So you can pray healing and liberation over people, places, and things. Okay. Let's see. Some more details and info for the week ahead, and then we'll bounce. How y'all doing out there tonight? Everybody okay? Ooh, Lord knows I'm feeling better. I had a little rough patch myself the week before last. Glad to be out of that though. All right. Look for the love. Look for the love. King of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. Yeah, I mean, just straight up, it's stay in that heart space because it's shifting now to the physical body. Just anchoring that in and that power. Maintain that heart space. Stay connected. Stay connected to the heart. Ancestors are with. All right, so King of Wands. What did I tell y'all about the spiritual power? And this lion energy too. Ancestors are walking. So this, again, is close to home. 3D 40. Six of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, Queen of Swords again. Our power in the spirit. High Priestess. This is literally how we're showing up right now. It is here, front and center. King of Swords. Got the King and the Queen of Swords. And Four Cups here in the center. So this is, so for those that it's resonating in, you guys are part of this current set of folks that are needing to get woken up to their spiritual power through their lineage, specifically, not just through the soul consciousness, but through the human lineage. For this North Node through Cancer transit, we're shifting out of this in like 2.5 weeks, basically. We're going to be shifting into North Node and Gemini. But yep, Nine of Pentacles on the bottom. The empowered feminine here in the physical. Now we actually have 3 kings on the board. King of Wands, King of Pentacles, and King of Swords. So there is Emperor energy here, even though it's not physically out. When I initially was checking in, I did have the Empress come out. So this Two of Cups, the balance of that divine masculine and feminine within, as well as the balance here in the material world of the healing of connection to spiritual power and your humanity. Now, I'm going to check on this King of Swords, though, because I don't know if this is positive or negative, to be honest. That's in the environment. And the reason for it is it has the pentagram on it. And that's the parasitic energy for me. The balance connected to source is the hexagon, which is 6-sided. Pentagon is 5. So I just want to check in on that. And +2, this being has a sickle, which doesn't make any sense because it's a sword. It's a swords card, so it does have a sword, but it has a sword and a sickle. So there's an aspect of culling or harvesting, and you have all these like little childlike beings here with the 5s on them. So I just want to check because there's been a lot coming up around children, protection of the children that are being abused, harvested, etc. I just want to see what's up because it's already been a mess. So let's see. Clarification on this King of Swords. What is in the environment? Oh, I apologize if that has been knocking the mic. There's no night energy out here, though. I just got the word stronghold. Well, all right, we'll see. We'll see what's up. I saw the Queen of Pentacles, but I won't take that. Although in this deck, the kings are princes. Got the Queen of Swords. Okay, so regardless, a Queen energy had to come out, so I won't pay attention to the element, just the fact that it's a Queen. There's literally there's 2, 2 beings on here that do have the hexagon. The rest have 5, including the man on this image. And it's the 2 beings that are to the left and the right. Ace of Wands. Prince of Wands. Oh, so it might be a thing where once this this process of this integration with the medicine woman, high priestess energy, or whatever it is that's in our lineage, we'll be able to embody the King of Swords, which is basically like practically be able to affect more change in the spirit because we have access to that power, whereas we might not have been able to do so. We didn't have access to it before and might not have necessarily been able to affect as much change as we have been wanting to or intending to. One more card. And then we will close out. Oh, I got 3. 9 of Swords, Hermit, and 5 of Wands with the Temperance on the bottom. Yeah, there's still a lot that's unknown around this, so focus on protecting the lights. And follow the internal guidance. But stay neutral in all things. Because ultimately the divine is doing the healing and the karmic balancing. So just being mindful of where you might be overstepping your bounds. Okay. Closing on that King of Swords. And then we'll just do closing guidance and bounce. Any questions, though, while I wrap up? Yeah, literally, stay neutral. Stay neutral. Trust the guidance that comes in terms of what it is that you specifically might have to do if there is any negative energy that's popping up. But again, that 4 of Pentacles, let the divine do what it's going to do. Because it's already been healing and balancing the karma in light of karmic law and cosmic justice. So you don't need to try to be God. Any questions on the message? let's close up. So we're going to do the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms by Colette Baron Reid. The Hungry Ghosts, Obsession, Scarcity Consciousness, and Attachment. All right. On the bottom is the Desert Prince, Survival and False Promises. Are you about to get read right now? Always. Okay, Hungry Ghosts. I'll read the ally. When the hungry ghosts appear on your path, they may not at first seem like allies because they represent your constant focus on the past and the consuming desire to know the future, which rob you of your true present. But in fact, they are here in the service of alerting you to obsessive thinking and addictions. They're masters at magnifying repetitive behaviors. The message is for you to examine whether you're doing the same thing over and over while expecting a different result. This time will be different, or I have control over this, are false statements and a sign of deep denial of the truth. Now is the time to let go of that thinking. Surrender your will, your life, your heart's desires, and all that pains you to the divine. Order will be restored in your world. The hungry ghosts also bring understanding about the distractions of life that seduce you into forgetting what you really desire. That's a word right there. Bringing understanding about the distractions of life that seduce you into forgetting what you really desire. That was that star card from earlier, yeah? They're asking you to become aware that what others want and what the culture dictates will make you what the culture dictates will make you happy may not be what's best for you. Yes, that is exactly what I was saying about you've got to give space and time and priority to those seeds for the future that are there and that have been there probably for a while, or they might be newer assignments that are coming in, and protect it with your life and really, really make it important and a priority. Don't get caught up in outside appearances. All that glitters may not be gold, at least not for you. And the you is emphasized. All that glitter may not be gold, at least not for you. So it might actually be gold, but doesn't mean it's necessarily good for you, right? Look beyond the veneer and you will find the true substance in your life. You deserve nothing less. Okay, that's a message. The Desert Prince, I'll just read since it's an interesting card and I haven't seen it. Survival and False Promises. When you stumble upon the Desert Prince, you receive a gift. The plant life that exists in a desert environment is well defended, Four of Pentacles, tough, and succulent even though it gets little or no water. In spite of external conditions, extraordinary life can form and thrive. Be tough, have courage, and dare to dream no matter what the circumstances. It may seem like a hard time, but not only will you survive, you will thrive. In spite of conditions, you'll succeed. Dry spells are also true tests of faith and courage. Expect nothing less than what is in your precious dreams and watch miracles manifest. Again, that Four of Pentacles, star card. All right, y'all. So that's our messages for today. Nobody had any questions, so I think we're good. Again, if you feel called to, I ask that you participate in giving offerings to the earth at noon your local time today, or just whenever you see this message, on behalf of the children for their protection and their healing, and also on behalf of any predators or abusers of those children, for their healing and wholeness as well, and protection from them being manipulated by darker energies too, whether that be their own trauma or something that is not indigenous to our world. Divine neutrality in all things. And yes, you can do it. You need to operate from a place of neutrality. Please also continue to participate in the prayer challenge that I put up. I keep resharing it in my IG stories, my Instagram stories. I'll try to remember to put a link to it in the description below so that you can take a look at it. But spend time, again, praying for those that you have strong negative feelings around, so we can help to shift this collective energy and also to teach you how to operate from a place of greater spiritual stewardship and responsibility. Because the more you upgrade and ascend, the more power you have and the more you can affect, which also means the more karma you can incur if you're not being responsible. Yeah. So I'll just leave it at that. Anyway, love you guys so much. If you want to book a session again, go to my website, andersonalchemy.com. And yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to do Oracle Talks here on YouTube next week or if I'm going to do on Instagram, because I'm getting called to go to Instagram, but I'll decide sometime next week. So follow me on the Instagram, because I won't come on here to make an announcement. But I will, of course, post on Instagram stories if I will be jumping on. So just stay connected there if you want to know if I'll be here or there for next week. I will need to eventually start working on the new tarot videos for May, but that can come later in the month. There's not going to be a specialty video, obviously, not obviously, but there's not a specialty video for April, but I will, my intention is to do one for May. I believe that nodal change does actually happen on the first Thursday of May. So I'm going to double check that. Actually, I can just check it now. I don't know why I'm saying I'm going to. I can look right now. Okay, it happens on the first Tuesday, but yeah, that first Thursday, I think what I will do is similar to what I did, what was it, last month with the spring equinox specialty video. I think I will, not I think, it came up, so I'm going to do it. I will have the specialty video be the North Node in Gemini transit channeled video. And I'll do that during the time I would normally do for Oracle Talks, and it'll be the same thing, just $10 to join in if you want to join in. So in the meantime, if that's something that you're interested in, just shoot me an email, info@andersonalchemy.com. But that'll be May 7th, Thursday, May 7th at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'll definitely do it then. And like I said, that'll be the specialty video. So you can join me live for that if you want to participate live. And I won't do traditional Oracle Talks that day. Okay, y'all. That's it. Love you. God bless. Stay healthy and well. And God willing, I will see you next time, okay? Bye.